Right now on Denver 7 News on Local 3, buyers are now in control of Colorado's housing market.
Last month was really big indicators that the market has fully shifted.
The changes we're seeing for the first time in years.
A beloved tradition returns to a community that has lost so much after the last year. The special Labor Day parade planned in Louisville this morning.
And Colorado hikers already have to share the trails with mountain bikers. Now you may have to move over for e-bikes as well. The debate over where and whether they should be allowed.
Hopefully you're able to get outside and enjoy some of those recreation activities on a day off. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Nicole Brady. We're working here on this Labor Day, but at least it's a pretty nice start to the day out there, Katie.
Yeah.
Gonna heat up though.
It will. Yeah. The weather's pretty quiet, keeping my job easy at least for today. A lot of sunshine to start our Labor Day morning here across the state. No advisories in place across Colorado, but yes, it is going to be quite hot this afternoon. 67 degrees, your current temperature out of the airport, where winds are sustained from the southwest at 8 miles per hour. Some breezier conditions at times over the eastern plains, but the main weather headline for today, hot and dry. 97 degrees, our expected high this afternoon. 101 is the record that was set back in 2020, and that is actually the highest recorded temperature ever in the month of September. But we are looking at near record-breaking heat through most of this upcoming week. Your biking forecast, any vigorous outdoor activities, best to do so early this morning. Temperatures will climb to the low 80s by 10 a.m., noon at 89 degrees, and through the late afternoon and early evening hours, expect us to be in the mid and upper 90s over the metro area. Montclair neighborhood at 96 degrees, same to DU, and upper 90s from Brighton out to the airport. Nice in the mountains is going to be sunshine, temperatures in the 70s and 80s later on today up near Estes Park and Grand Lake. The 90s will stick with us through at least dinner time with mostly clear skies. By tomorrow, it's going to be more of the same, Micah, but could see a few more thunderstorms develop. I'll show you the full futurecast coming up.
All right, looking forward to it, Katie. And you know what? We've had a few problem spots here and there, but as quickly as they pop on the map, they pop off. So you're looking really good around the metro this morning. We'll start south of town, southbound I-25 from C-470 to Castle Rock, 11 minutes. Northbound running you exactly the same. Again, most areas in the green. We have a little bit of a slowdown here with northbound I-25 from C-470 to Colfax, but just 13 minutes. So again, very slight. Southbound 13 minutes and southbound I-225 from Parker Road to I-25, 4 minutes at this hour. If you're headed to I-225 northbound, I-225 or I-25 to I-70 is 10 minutes. Southbound is 9 minutes. And I do want to go ahead and show you our CDOT camera a little bit closer to the mountains. This is at Genesee Park, about a half mile east of the actual park. And as you can see, traffic flowing smoothly. The sun is coming up, so I have a feeling that traffic is going to pick up very soon.
Well, new this morning, buyers now have the power in Denver's housing market. Prices are falling and homes are staying on the market longer. The August sales report from the Denver Metro Association of Realtors shows nearly 7,000 listings in the metro area. New listings are down 15%, though. The average closing price last month was $744,000, which is about 4.5% lower than July. The biggest change is homes are staying on the market for much longer, an average of 19 days now, and that means buyers have more time to shop for a home and also ask for an inspection.
And then when they're getting an inspection, they get to actually ask for inspection items that mean, a lot to them. And so sometimes the seller will fix those items, but what's been more common right now is seller concessions, meaning that they can essentially put money down towards the buyer's closing costs for them to fix those items after they close.
Now, Andrew Abrams with the Denver Metro Association of Realtors says if you're selling, you have to base your price on the last 60 days, not the last 6 months, or you'll probably have to drop the price.
If you're a renter, meanwhile, here's a look at the most affordable places to live in the metro right now. Brighton was the most affordable. This is according to Apartment List, where the average price of a 2-bedroom is just under $1,500 a month. Aurora is second, Denver third. Parker was the most expensive at more than $2,200 for a 2-bedroom.
Developing this morning, a tragedy in the Puget Sound off the coast of Seattle. A float plane carrying 10 people went down into the water. One body has been recovered, but 9 others are feared dead. Witnesses say the plane descended quickly, and investigators are trying to figure out why.
These are rugged airplanes, and they're very, very reliable. Even if the engine fails, they're over water, they can glide the airplane to a safe landing in the water. That didn't happen here, and that's going to be one of the main questions is why.
The Coast Guard is resuming its recovery effort this morning using special lights and equipment. One of the 10 people on board was a child. In Canada, the search is on for a pair of brothers believed to have stabbed 10 people to death and injured several more. Police say they've identified 13 different crime scenes in the province of Saskatchewan. Here's CNN's Amy Kiley.
Do not approach suspicious persons. Do not pick up hitchhikers.
Emergency alerts have been going out in Canada after a stabbing spree in the province of Saskatchewan.
It is certainly a very significant event, if not the largest, certainly the largest we've seen in the last number of years.
Police say they've identified at least 13 crime scenes. They're in the communities of the James Smith Cree Nation and Weldon. A manhunt has been underway overnight for these two suspects, 31-year-old Damian Sanderson and 30-year-old Miles Sanderson. Authorities believe at some point they were traveling in a black Nissan Rogue with a Saskatchewan license plate. The search and community alerts have been extending from that province into neighboring Alberta and Manitoba.
It appears that some of the victims may have been targeted and some may be random.
Police say they're also looking for a possible motive and more information in the digital sphere.
Social media brings us lots of information and brings us lots of challenges.
Condolences are pouring in for the victims and their families.
Thank you for any information that you provide to police because that is so valuable. Stay safe, Saskatchewan.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Meanwhile, here in Colorado, police are still looking for a man who ran over a Walgreens employee in Lakewood. This happened at the store at West Colfax and Kipling. This is a look at the suspect and the pickup truck he was driving. Police say he was shoplifting before he then ran out, got into the truck, and police believe he intentionally ran over an employee who was standing outside the store. Anyone with information should call Lakewood Police. The Colorado State Patrol says Labor Day weekend is the most dangerous holiday period on the roads, even more so than July 4th or even New Year's. The State Patrol says it made more than 4,600 drunk driving arrests last year. Troopers say nearly 80 deaths happened over Labor Day weekend in the past 10 years, and 45% involved impaired driving.
You just had a great summer. It's coming to an end. Pools are going to be shutting down. You got kids in school, and this might be kind of one of the final times to take vacations, but whatever it is, people are taking the opportunity to kind of get together and enjoy themselves and party a little bit.
So just be safe out there. If you spot someone you think is driving under the influence, dial star 277. That will help report them to CSP. Just be sure to give the dispatcher the exact location and what the vehicle looks like. So hopefully you're enjoying the day off work, but this Labor Day also means something special to one of our local communities. It marks a new beginning in Louisville. Denver 7's Veronica Acosta joins us live from Main Street there for a long-awaited parade happening today.
It's the Louisville Labor Day Parade. You know, it was canceled back in 2020, and then last year it was actually moved off of Main Street because, as you can see behind me, there's that outdoor patio eating section for a lot of these restaurants. So the city didn't want to disrupt those, so they moved it to a different route. So this is the first year it's going to be back. It is a really big deal. Parents, kids, community members, they all really enjoy this parade. And we have some video here from 2019, from the last time that this parade happened here on Main Street for you to take a look at. Just such an exciting time for so many people who took part in this, who came out to watch as well. So this year there is a special theme. It's Happiness Is. That's intentional because really it is a celebration after all this community has been through, not only the pandemic but also the Marshall Fire that happened at the end of last year. Now, before the main parade kicks off, there's going to be that children's pet parade that starts at 9 this morning. Dogs, cats, birds, even stuffed animals, those can walk alongside kids in the parade. Now, if you're wondering about logistics this morning, here's what you need to know. That main parade, that kicks off at 10 this morning. You can bring those chairs, those blankets. We've already seen at least one person lay down a blanket for themselves. So you can save yourself a really good spot for the actual parade once it starts. Now, it's going to run down south on Main Street, just so you all know, and there are several side roads here. So those are going to be closing down here pretty soon. We're going to start seeing some of those City of Louisville cars start coming by and close those down because the children's parade, again, that starts at 9, so we want to make sure those kiddos are safe for that. And again, kicks off at 10. So much excitement for so many people. So we'll wait to see until more of those community members start showing up here. We're live in Louisville this morning. I'm Veronica Acosta, number 7.
President Biden's move to forgive some student loan debt has hit a snag, why some people might face a tax penalty because of it.
Also, a new pandemic habit that you might not have even noticed you picked up. a little more often, how our eating has changed with all the time spent at home.